Welcome back to Desert Smoke Reviews. This is Justin.
What?
Tonight we're going to be taking a look at an AJ Fernandez cigar, Spectre. It's a beautiful little cigar. It's a little Robusto, coming in with a jet black wrapper, jet black Maduro wrapper. It's kind of a not too firm but not too squishy pack. The band is really big, so I'll probably take that off just because it's covering up most of the cigar. Always kind of worries me when they do that. It's almost like they're trying to hide something. But really, the construction looks fine. I've got a couple of little water spots and one little hole. Yeah, I can definitely see it's not super premium wrapper, but like I said, I got a couple little holes, but hopefully they won't leak or anything. The seams are done well. They're almost invisible. Some minor veins, but shouldn't be too much of an issue. The aroma to me is like a campfire. Just, I mean, that's all I get is just like a smoky, burning wood. It's very pleasant actually. And then off the foot, it's just overwhelming, that just like a burning campfire. What?
Yeah, this whole presentation of this cigar is just really cool. I mean, the wrapper is, I guess that's a tobacco leaf on the wrapper, but, wrapper kind of cool. I don't know, it's just a really cool presentation. The cigar itself, like Justin said, just jet black Maduro. And it is very, lumpy. There aren't any, stems visible, and the seams are actually really well done, but it looks a lot more haggard than it actually is. But, yeah, I've got a few little construction deals here. There's a little piece of the wrapper that's missing here, and it doesn't even look like they tried to patch it or anything. But anyway, yeah, the aromas, though, man, I've never smelled that on a cigar before. We did that San Lucia Black a while ago, and that one tasted like campfire, but it didn't really smell like campfire. Actually, we said barbecue sauce too. But yeah, I mean, this whole aroma is just incredibly unique. It smells like burning wood, or maybe even burnt wood. If you've ever really been camping and you've lit a fire and as it's kind of going out, it's still there a little bit. That's what this smells like. It's really interesting smell. So can't wait to see what it tastes like.
Well, let's get it cut up, toast it up, see how it goes.
It's a surprisingly sweet finish for me. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it would be a lot darker. But it's very good. Lots of pepper. And that campfire taste. That burnt wood taste.
I don't get any pepper, but I do pick up that like a burnt wood. Almost, I don't know if burnt wood, but like when you, the little charred pieces of a steak that burnt. Yeah, it kind of tastes for me like almost like a little piece of charred meat. Not salty, and it's not that it's a bad flavor. It's actually really pleasant. Very super like a savory sweetness and the finish for me. Very nice. This is an interesting cigar. I can already tell you that it's going to keep my interest. But let's get into the first 30 yeah, developed. Welcome back. We're about 10 minutes into the Spectre. So far, a very good cigar. It's like medium to full in body. There's a lot of flavor going on, but not a lot of strength. I would say about a medium strength as well. Ash is holding on real well. Burns decent. Construction, draw, everything seems good. Flavors for me is still kind of that charred wood or campfire taste as well. I'm starting to pick up a little bit of that pepper Wyatt mentioned. It's kind of sitting on my tongue. It's kind of got an earthy core to it. Very organic. It's very nice. The finish for me is it's a bit odd. Not that it's bad. It's actually very good. But meanwhile, they're trying to get it. What would we call it? How do we describe it? And Wyatt has his ideas, and I tend to agree. But on top of that, I also get kind of a sweet, savory note to it. Overall, very interesting stick. A lot going on with it. I'm really enjoying it. I know that the filler is supposed to be a secret, and then it came out that it's like, and I will butcher this name, so I apologize. It's a pipe tobacco latakia, or latakia. I'm sure I'm butchering it, but it is very reminiscent of pipe smoke, so I definitely can see that. I picked that up. Wyatt?
Yeah, I agree. It's very reminiscent of pipe smoke. I sort of off and on smoke a pipe. Mostly my biggest problem with pipe smoke is that though it smells very good and the aromas are great, there isn't a lot of taste there. I mean, it's just kind of a general smoke, at least to me, and I'm not too experienced a pipe smoker, so that may be why. But this cigar has more taste than a regular pipe, again, at least to me. But it's very reminiscent of that. It's very, the aromas are great, but the finish to me is mostly just kind of that smoked wood, or like that burnt wood. It's a very, very distinct, odd flavor. I've never smoked a cigar that has this flavor. Like I said, it's very distinct. This isn't something I'd pair with coffee. I'd probably pair this with like a scotch or something. I mean, because it is very, very smoky.
Like an Islay Scotch?
Yeah, Justin's a Scotch expert. I wouldn't know.
Well, I wouldn't call me an expert.
Well, more so than me.
But I can barely taste the grapes and wine.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's Steve when you need him? But yeah, I mean, just a very distinct flavor to this. I wouldn't pair this with coffee, and I'd smoke this at the end of your day.
Let's get into the second, third, approach the midpoint. See if we get any changes. Welcome back. We're about halfway. This is kind of a fast burner, but construction's been fine, burn's been fine, draw's fine. Still about the same medium full body, but kind of, let's say medium in body. And kind of lower in strength. I really enjoy more flavor than strength. I've said that many times. But flavors for this cigar are just so unique. It's very, very nice. That campfire taste is kind of overwhelmed everything right now, and that's just what I pick up in the front. There's still an earthy, very organic core to the cigar that I really enjoy, and that finish to me is still, I know what Wyatt's saying by just like a smoky, nice smoky finish, and I agree that that's there, but I still pick up a slight sweet, savory note. It's kind of, well, actually not kind of, it is very pleasant. It's very kind of faint. I'm afraid it's going to die off, but so far really enjoying this stick. It's very unique. It is keeping my attention, and that's what I look for in a cigar. Something that can keep my attention. Why?
Yeah, that savory taste has really been building for me, and now I'm really getting it. This is something that you smoke at the end of your day after you've just eaten a steak dinner. I mean, I would not bring this on the golf course. Definitely not smoke in the morning, and then there's like a mid-afternoon type of deal. It just deserves to be like an after a steak dinner type of cigar. Because it's like Justin said, I mean, it's all focused on taste and not necessarily strength. So this would be great after a great meal. The only other thing I'd have to add is that there's pretty much no oil on this wrapper, and it's very, very drying. Like my lips especially, they're very, very dry. The smoke itself is pretty dry, but unique flavors. It's definitely keeping me hooked, and we always like that. So far, a good cigar.
Let's get into the final third, see if we get any changes. Well, welcome back. We're at the final third and approaching the nub point of this Spectre cigar. Overall, burn was fine, never needed a touch up. Construction's good, draw's good. Body always hovered right around a medium. It flirted with medium to full, but never really kind of made it that way for me. Kind of always mild to medium in strength. I always liked this cigar because it was a lot of flavor, very little strength. And speaking of flavors, that campfire taste was just unique. I really enjoyed it. The earthy core made this cigar just a beautiful cigar to smoke. I liked every inch of it. That aftertaste, or not aftertaste, excuse me, the finish, very nice. For me, that savory sweetness was there. A little bit of like that kind of just the overall smoky taste that Wyatt mentioned definitely plays a part. Overall, I really enjoyed this smoke. I think that this is, you know, something I would definitely smoke on a regular basis. It's so unique. It's just, I really enjoyed that. If I was going to rate it, I would give it an 8.5. It was really nice, really pleasant. I really have no really qualms to say about it. I was hoping, you know, maybe a little more complexity to it, but the flavors that are there are really nice, and you don't necessarily want them to change, but still, 8.5, very nice smoke. Wow.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'm having a kind of a bizarre problem here at the end. A whole bunch of little pieces of tobacco keep like falling out of the middle of the cigar. So maybe there's just some short fill or something. But yeah, the flavors were great. I mean, very, very unique. That campfire all the way through. And that was really the only flavor. But like Justin said, I didn't really want it to change because it was so unique, and it's something that I haven't gotten in a cigar before, and I probably won't get in a cigar before, or a cigar after. I'd agree with an 8.5. This is something that I'd really like to try with, you know, after a great meal. Something to definitely smoke at the end of your day. It's almost really like a celebratory cigar. You know, if you got something to celebrate and you want a really unique cigar that is going to make you focus on the cigar and how much you're enjoying it, the Spectre is something I definitely recommend. But very, very good. Worth trying out if you see them at a shop or you see them online. Recommend you pick up a couple and just enjoy them.
Yeah. Well, in conclusion, if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, greatly appreciate it. But until next time, smoke them if you got them.